What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you why this asset lost a lot of its value right after their very good earnings report. And they lost about 22.63% from swing high to swing low. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here, at this point, right after they published their earnings report. And as you can see, they published their report and the price of the stock went higher from $5.36 all the way up to almost $6.5, and it gained about 20% to its value. But eventually they lost all of this value and they broke even previous swing low, as you can see right here. And right now it is hovering right around $5.17. So, what was the reason of this harsh movement? I have to say that I was expecting this movement because in general we are not out of the woods, we were not out of the woods, so we formed higher highs and higher lows, but in my opinion we completed all 5-wave structure right here and probably it might be something like this. And if it is the case, definitely we should have a retracement, and this retracement should have a shape of simple zigzag, at least simple zigzag. And at this very point we had only first leg to the downside, then we had this tiny bounce and another leg to the downside. So what was the reason of this sell-off? First of all, let me show you this article. We are on monthly full and it was published on November the 6th, and it's titled "Here's why SOFI's stock can't gain any momentum right now." And the key points are following. SOFI beat earnings estimates and raised guidance in the third quarter, but management's plans for how much SOFI will lean into being a bank are a bit vague. The company is holding loans for longer on its balance sheet, which raises a key risk in the current environment. And I want to pay attention on the third bullet, and let me quote you this. The bank charter allows SOFI to bring loan originations in-house, saving money and time for its customers. But it seems management is being very opaque its strategy going forward, and that is leading to concerns from institutional investors. Management said the company's plan with the bank charter is to hold loans for 6 months, collect recurring interest income payments during this time, and then sell the loans to investors. This allows the bank to legally skirt a key bank accounting rule related to whether the loans are held to maturity. Banks have to reserve for loan losses in a very forward-thinking manner under the current expected credit losses accounting methodology. So, if SOFI held loans to maturity, it would have to set aside reserve capital for the lifetime losses of loans as soon as they come on the balance sheet. And right now, to hold these loans to maturity might be much more profitable than to sell it to another investors. And if the company were to hold all those to maturity, a 5% credit provision would equate to $340 million, which would obviously hit the company's earnings hard. And this is the main part why investors may be worried about it. And definitely, I have to say that another news that drove the price of SOFI lower is the Fed meeting results. And right here, as you can see, Fed meeting ended on November the 2nd, and as you can see, it took place right here from November the 1st till November the 2nd, and a lot of people were anticipating the relief in their interest rate hikes, but eventually they raised the interest rates to the same level of 0.75 percentage points. And definitely it drove the price of high-tech unprofitable stocks lower, and this was the second hit for this asset. But I have to say that the total sentiment for SOFI is not so bearish, because if we will take a look right here, this is the marketbeat.com, and we have two new price targets for SOFI set by Goldman Sachs Group and Morgan Stanley. And definitely they lowered their price target from 8.5 to 7.5 and from 7.5 to $7 respectively. but overall it still implies from 22.16% all the way up to 39.93% of upside potential in a matter of next several months. And definitely these price targets are lower than it was previously, but let me show you another interesting information. As you can see, Morgan Stanley made this filing on November the 2nd, and previously on October 27th, they filed to the SEC Commission new data that they increased their position in SOFI by 6.87%, and their total position is $42.26 million, and they hold right now right above 8 million shares of SOFI. Definitely this increase is not the biggest one, neither for Morgan Stanley nor for SOFI, but definitely this shows the potential, because right before they said, let me show you, right before they said that this price target, they lowered this price target, they added to its position about 6.87%. And definitely this might be a sign that major investors increased their position. But overall, let me show you that right here, if you will take a look on this chart, I've told you at the very beginning of October, then if this bar will be higher than previous one, probably we might break this down trend, and we might see the higher number of institutional investors who hold the SOFI stock. But as you can see, this bar is slightly lower than this one, and I think it is quite similar with the previous one, and this means we are not out of the woods, and that's why we have to be cautious with any positions for SOFI. But let's continue with the technical analysis, and before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next? Definitely, if this breakdown is correct and we completed all 5 wave structure, we have to see the retracement, and this retracement might be in the shape of simple zigzag like this, and we shouldn't break the bottom of the initial movement to the upside. If this asset breaks this range of about $4.82, and if it breaks this previous range of support of $4.76, definitely it will be the sign that we might hit lower price targets. But otherwise, as long as these ranges hold, we have decent chances to see higher price targets, and definitely right now we are about to see its next movement, and we have a very good setup. So in order to confirm the ABC correction, we shouldn't have the next leg to the downside that will break even this range, and definitely this becomes a lowest point right now, and this becomes a potential stop loss order. And if my assumption is correct, you might have about 3.7% of downside potential, with the upside potential depending on your risk tolerance to this previous swing high of 25% and to our major price target of 8.5% of 64.22%. And definitely this is not the closest price target, because we have to break all the previous resistances that were established from the beginning of August, and as long as this pivot holds, this price target is still very viable. And if this asset breaks these ranges of support, definitely we might see another set of lower price targets with the longer consolidation phase. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up.